All right. We got bar break, RDL, hip hinges. So if you're new to deadlifting or you don't know how to deadlift, this is a key movement pattern to master. So our legs kind of have two primary movement patterns. We have squatting, where we sit down, and then we have hinging, where we hinge at the hips and slide our butt back. So we're gonna practice that second one, because that is what you do when you deadlift. So you're gonna start with a staff of some sort, whether it's a PVC pipe like this, a bow staff, a broomstick, or even a barbell you can do this with. But the key is you wanna have some kind of long staff to work with. So we're going to be setting up in our stance, which is about shoulder width apart, feet flat on the ground. Okay, key here is you want to maintain good posture, so a long spine from crown to tail, and then we want to keep a proud chest, which we'll reinforce with the staff, and then we want to make sure our core is braced like we're doing an active plank. So it's not a super hard contraction like we're doing a crunch, but just a braced and strong core to help stabilize the spine. So we're going to grab the bar around hip height. You lay at the hips. Your hands can be a little bit wider than shoulder width, and then we're going to create two different kinds of actions or tension in the bar. The first one, we're going to try to snap the bar in half. So we're going to snap the bar in our hands. Notice what that does is it turns my elbow pits forward, and then it also pulls my shoulder blades down and back together behind me. So it's creating this stable position, locked in position for me to then, do our deadlift from. So everything is happening at the legs. The spine is long. When we hinge over, we don't want to bend in our spine. We're pushing our butt back, and that's the whole practice. Is we're locking everything in, strong core, and then the only joint really moving is the hip joint. So you'll notice your hips should be sliding back, straight back along that horizontal line. It shouldn't get too far below the line, because then that becomes a squat. Your knees don't have to be locked out. We want a soft bend in them, but we're not bending the knees as the action. The knees are just slightly bent. And then as we hinge your butt back, we're gonna feel a stretch in the glutes, hamstrings, maybe even your calves. Okay, so this is all rear chain stuff, your rear wheel drive, and that's gonna help you do a lot of stuff that require forward momentum locomotion. So getting strong in the glutes and hamstrings. So again, we break the staff, creating tension in the upper body, maintaining good posture. Your core is tight like an active plank, but maybe only like 60 to 80%, not 100%. And then from here, we're just gonna slide your butt back, and the bar is gonna go straight down. You'll notice the positioning of the bar is directly above my midfoot, or above my center of gravity, my center of mass, or against the shins, right? And then as I squeeze my glutes and come up, it's just going in a straight vertical line up and down. So the bar goes straight up, straight down, and the action is created by your hips sliding back along that horizontal axis, right? This is just to demonstrate the direction of hip flow, the hip thrust. But we're standing, then core is braced. We're breaking the bars, so we're creating tension in the shoulders, upper body. Tall spine from crown to tail, but your core is engaged. And then we slide the butt back, feel the stretch in the glutes and hamstrings, and then use that stretch to send you back up by contracting those muscles. So it's like when you stretch a band, and then you use the band to unstretch the band, right? Our muscles are built like rubber bands. They're elastic, right? So we're just practicing that motion, keeping good alignment through the spine, keeping good posture, good core engagement, and we're just sending our hips down. We're going as deep as you can. Usually this is right about below the kneecap, maybe mid-shin, depending on your limb length and your grip, and you just bring yourself back up. So all this action is created through the glutes and hamstrings. You're feeling for that stretch every time, making sure that our glutes, hamstring, our rear wheel drive, our rear wheels are the primary movers. So again, try not to, if you are using weights when you're doing this, a barbell, make sure it's not pulling your body forward. and we're not rounding at the back to create the motion. We also don't want to overarch and then start using our knees. That becomes kind of like a weird squat. Your upper body, your spine, should be tilting. We're tilting at the hips by sliding the hips back. Cool. So that's the hip hinge practice with tension in the staff.